Conley runs the point with Mitchell flanking him. Inside, we have Ingles and Gobert. And it's O'Neal in at the 3. And for Denver, Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Then there's Jamal Murray. Then it's Michael Porter. And it's Craig in at the 2 spot. On opening night, Clark, both teams would love to start off, obviously, on a winning note.
Without question, I mean, setting that winning tone, gaining that confidence that comes from winning, and they all count. Wins today are just as important as wins that you get in March and April.
Now here's Gobert. Real disappointing game for him in that loss to Oklahoma City. Nikola Jokic craps the miss.
Boy, that's a look. He has to finish, and he knows it. Blown opportunity.
Here's Craig, guarded by O'Neal. Craig passes to Murray. Shot clock at 6. A second chance effort. Millsap misses.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Conley's shot is off.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
Now here's Porter. Now here's Jokic. Over Mitchell. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
And you can see the focus and the concentration by Jokic because he knows he has a mismatch because of his height and touch against the defense.
Here's Gobert. Conley surveying the D. Mitchell wide open. Off target with his 3.
That's the 3rd straight miss to start this game, and they're still looking for their first basket.
Near the 3-point line, it's Millsap. No good off the back of the rim. Jazz have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Mitchell kicks to Conley. And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Mitchell passes to Conley. Fires the 3. Utah keeping it alive. A new 14. Bucket is good.
And boy, did they need that one. Their first make in the 5 field goal attempts they've had.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, earlier I spoke with Quinn Snyder. Nikola Jokic has made a name for himself as one of the best big men in the game. Coach told me it all revolves around him. We've got to be sharp when he has the ball. Kevin, that's difficult because Jokic has passing lanes that others simply don't see.
Thank you, David. Conley's shot is off. And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for the Nuggets. And finished off by Porter.
Carving up the defense with excellent passes like there. Jokic, a big man with great vision. You'd have to go far and wide to find any fan that doesn't enjoy watching Nikola Jokic play. This big fella is so smooth. He's got guard skills in a big man's body, and his game is so efficient. I love watching him work.
Here's Craig. Pass to Jokic. Basket counts.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Now here's Conley. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Thunder in Oklahoma City. Back to Ingles. And the pass to O'Neal. Porter with the steal. Jumps up and finished off by Porter.
A high-level athlete with great run and jump ability. Porter finishes well in transition.
And with Jokic, passing and playmaking, Clark, are his trademarks.
Well, I tell you what, the Joker is some kind of special as a big guy. His passing and touch and field and shot making, he really impressed me with all of that. He does everything you want from a center on the offensive end of the court and does it in his own unique, special way. He's a delight to watch.
Here's Conley, following the basket by Jokic. Conley dishes to Mitchell. That's in there. Conley with the assist.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
You know what, guys, honestly, I didn't think he'd win that battle. I mean, that's a lot of height to give up.
The shot's good.
Timeout.
That's now 8 points for Jokic.
You know, since his rookie year, Jokic's confidence has really grown. I mean, he's gotten extremely comfortable with his jump shot now.
And a first time out of the game called for Utah.
And the Nuggets, a very strong rebounding team.
Yeah, you know, not just on defense, but on offense as well. First in the league in second chance points. Have a lot of players that are active on the offensive glass.
Catching up on the changes for Denver. Plumlee is checked in for Millsap, and Morris subbed in for Torrey Craig. Then for the Jazz, George Niang, he's checked in for Joe Ingles. Clarkson comes in for Royce O'Neal. And it's Moutier in for Mike Conley. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up a little more sense of urgency.
Yeah, they've got to do a little more to disrupt their offensive rhythm, too.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Now here's Plumlee. Pass to Porter. Shot clock at 5. Gobert pulls it in. Jazz trailed by 8. And here we go. Fast break. Moutier's got it. Fires from deep. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field. 1:05 left in the first quarter of the game. Murray kicks to Morris. To the inside. Jokic. And Jokic slams it in.
At his size, Jokic a threat to throw it down, showing you how dominant he can be inside.
Here's Moutier. Tries yet again. That one goes. Count it.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Jokic against Gobert. Jokic draws the double. Gobert with the block, and he recovers it. Here's Murray. Rebound, Utah. Gobert's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
He's certainly been cold this quarter, guys, but trying to shoot his way back into a groove.
Left side, Porter. And finished off by Porter.
And he's got a great balance of knowing when to slash inside. Porter needs to keep being this aggressive on the drive.
And so it's Denver heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. And don't go away. We'll be right back. Wasn't an immediate star turn for Mike Conley in the NBA. He talked about that journey.
The ups and downs of injuries and early on in my career not being able to be consistent enough to be considered a top guard in the league and making myself work that much harder to get my game to a level where I feel that I can compete against anybody in the league. And that's what I'm most proud of, is just being able to withstand that.
Great work ethic is the key. Conley stayed at it.
And a player that's known for keeping his composure, that helps also. He weathered those early challenges and just stayed positive.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. What do you guys think about the Nuggets out here in this one?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And, you know, their rebounding advantage has been glaring, simply outworking them on the boards for that entire first quarter.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So on the floor for Denver, Plumlee out there with Jeremy Grant. Then it's Porter. Then there's Monte Morris. And it's Daniels in at the 2 guard. Well, they call Rudy Gobert the Stifle Tower, probably the game's most dominant rim protector.
And in today's game, that's not enough. You also have to come out of the paint and defend smaller players in switches. He straddles those two needs better than anyone in the league.
And here's Clarkson. He brings it up for the Jazz. 4-point game. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. They start a 3-game homestand with that game. Porter with it. Now defended by Moutier. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Emmanuel Moutier picks one up.
And the athleticism and size of Porter creates problems for the defense. Hard to guard without getting physical.
And after essentially a redshirt rookie year with the Nuggets, Michael Porter Jr., the 14th pick in the 2018 draft, is back in action.
Could be a huge addition. Remember, Porter was projected as a top 2 pick entering his freshman season at Missouri. If he can stay healthy, you're adding an elite talent to your rotation.
Noah Vonleh, he's checked in for Plumlee.
And the ceiling so high for Porter. A versatile, effective forward who does so many things well.
Now here's Moutier. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. And now the Nuggets. Fast break. Daniels is running. The shot that time, not on target. The Jazz go the other way with it. And with that, the Denver lead is cut to just 3 points on the basket from Clarkson.
Large guard, loves to drive it, and somebody on defense needs to rotate in front of Clarkson if you're going to stop him.
And Denver decides to take their first time out here. Mark, you were so good at such an early age in your basketball career. At what point did you personally realize just how far the game could take you?
You know, it really resonated with me, Kevin, I think at a summer basketball camp at Miami of Ohio when some of the better campers, high school campers, were asked to play with the college guys at night. And then during pickup games in my hometown of Cleveland with some of the Cleveland Cavaliers, Jim Jones and the late Terry Furlow and Mike Mitchell, and being able to compete somewhat with those guys at 15 and 16 years of age and having them encourage me to keep going and that I'd have a chance to do what they were doing at the time, which was play pro ball.
Count it, and the Nugget lead has been cut to just 3 points on the basket from Conley. Morris looking over the floor. Kicks to Vonleh. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Here's Clarkson. Count it. His second make in 4 attempts.
And this is the advantage Clarkson has. I mean, he's a big combo guard and can convert through contact.
Conley against Morris. Teardrop shot, and the layup is good.
Oh, such a field shot there, the floater.
3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. Pass to Gobert. Now, here's Clarkson. He's guarded closely over Daniels. The shot by Clarkson, no good. The Nuggets leading by 3. Morris with the ball. Conley picks him up. And it's good off the back rim and in. Craig's got his first points of the night. Utah's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Clarkson up top. He's covered by Grant. Clarkson kicks to Conley. A three-pointer off the mark.
Yet that's another miss for him. They're behind in this game largely because he shot so poorly.
Vonleh, and the dunk by Vonleh.
And this guy, to me, embodies determination. Small at his position, but he still gets up and keeps plays alive. That's mind over matter for sure.
Now, here's Clarkson. 9 points last game. Can't connect from 14 feet out. Here is Daniels. He's covered by Clarkson. Craig, good. And it's a 10-point Nugget lead.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
And, you know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity.
Clarkson with the ball. He's covered by Daniels. And that one good from Clarkson.
Yep, you know, after a scoreless first period, he's really turned it up a notch, building some momentum.
Here's Morris. That one rolling around and rims out.
Very surprising that he came away empty there, especially given room to operate.
Here's Conley. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two.
That's his first personal.
And already over a decade in the league for Mike Conley. He never got past the numbers game to make the All-Star team in the crowded Western Conference, but make no mistake about it, Conley is star caliber.
A different look for Denver. Jokic has checked in for Noah Vonleh. Millsap comes in for Grant, and Murray's subbed in for Morris. Joe Ingles, who's checked in for the Jazz. Donovan Mitchell comes in for Clarkson. Now, here's Jokic. He's coming off a 10-point game against Dallas.
And he also dominated the glass out there. He hit the boards hard and often.
Drills it from outside. And Greg, you talked to Conley, he'll admit he's been frustrated trying to break through and get that recognition.
Still, the way he plays the game, not focused on his individual numbers, unselfish, and focused on what the team needs to win.
Clock at 6. Back to Mitchell. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Mitchell's got 9.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Got a piece of it. Murray with it. Conley picks him up. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
You look at Paul Millsap, one of my favorite players. Came into the league after 3 years of college as an undersized power forward who has shown that he not only can rebound, but has become an all-star scorer, too.
The Nuggets shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And they were 75% from the line a season ago.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. And year in and year out, Paul Millsap finds a way, Clark, to get it done.
He does, guys. I mean, he's just rock solid. An all-star player multiple times. All he does is help his team win, and he does it in ways beyond just scoring and rebounding. He can open up space with his shooting. He's an outstanding passer, and he's also good at the defensive end and picking people's pockets.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Boy, it certainly appears to be the case, Greg. I mean, they've spent a lot of time at the foul line this quarter, and that's the result of attacking the rim and being physical.
And the Utah Jazz, not exactly a magnet for big-name free agents, Greg, but for their young star, Donovan Mitchell, it has been a perfect fit.
You know, they needed a scorer. He's played big minutes from day one and really thrived in that role.
Two.
Free throw drops for Mitchell. Was there any steal in the 2017 draft bigger than Donovan Mitchell? My goodness, guys, Utah looks like they found a franchise player with him.
I mean, to see a player his age come in and just be an elite scorer is impressive. Very explosive in transition, but also in the half court. Reminds you a bit of Westbrook or a young D-Wade with how he plays.
And Mitchell drops them both.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Murray kicks to Craig. 46 seconds left in the first half. Here's Jokic. It's stolen by Davis. Moutier against Murray. Moutier with the basket.
Yeah, well done to finish that one off.
And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the Denver Nuggets. They've led by as much as 10. They're off to San Antonio after this game, bringing their show to the AT&T Center. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip.
Yeah, you know, the second period's been much more kind to him than the first. I mean, let's see if he can keep it going and maintain this.
Puts it up from 12, and yes, it's good. Mitchell's got 13.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Millsap banked in off the glass, and the Nuggets lead by 7.
Yeah, you know, one of the things I like about Paul Millsap, Kevin, is he's relentless. There's no let-up when he's out there. I mean, he goes after every ball.
From deep Ingles. No good that time.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
And, you know, he's a guy who knows how to defend the three-point shot. He's not going to just give it to you. He's going to make you earn it.
And we've reached halftime in this one. The Nuggets on top, up by 7. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Coach Quinn Snyder. Quinn, what concerns you most about the first half?
Well, I think the tempo is in their favor right now. They're fast, and they're getting up and down the floor, so they're running out in transition.
Got to beat him to the punch. Thanks very much, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. The first quarter was all about Nikola Jokic. He had 10 points, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists. Shaq, let's get your take on Denver.
Well, what's really shifted the game in their favor has been their rebounding. They got a good edge on the board, and that's a product of their hard work. All 5 guys have been battling, putting everything they have to fight on the glass. That needs to remain the focus for 2 more quarters if they want to hang on to their lead.
Kenny, what do you have to say about the Jazz?
Their inaccuracy from behind the arc was brutal. Shot selection, I didn't see any. The perimeter offense they're running, you could scrap that. They need to get back to the basics. Pound it inside, more pick and roll. Try to pick up some easy buckets in transition.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back to Kevin Harlan. Go over there.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. It's been one outstanding game from Donovan Mitchell.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Denver leading by 7. So on the floor for Utah. Inside, we have Ingles and Gobert. Conley and Mitchell, the talented backcourt pair. And it's O'Neal in at the 3 slot. And that one's good. Millsap.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
Now, here's Jokic. And Denver again with the bucket.
Jokic fully capable of knocking down the mid-range jumper. Tremendous confidence from here. You got to D him up better than that.
Passes to Gobert. Mitchell outside. And it's out of bounds to the Jazz as Utah retains possession. And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. Here's Conley. Knocks down the 10-footer. Conley's got 7.
Fantastic at capitalizing from those spots. Conley has a dynamite-looking jump shot.
Here's Murray. And again, it's Denver.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Now, here's Mitchell. 13 points in the game. And it's Conley penetrating. He feeds it to Gobert. And that one falls coming off Conley's feed. Conley's got 3 assists tonight.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
Jokic against Conley. Shoots a fader, and there's another one for the Nuggets. Because you're watching a game unfold, what characteristics do you look for in a great closer?
Obviously confidence, a real eagerness to make difference-making plays late, and somebody who can create his own shot if a play breaks down. I mean, that's essential.
Murray kicks to Craig. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. There's the pass to Jokic. Here's Craig, defended by Gobert. Craig can't get it to go.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
Pass to Mitchell. Here's Gobert. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Mitchell. Millsap with the steal. Pass to Craig. Back to Millsap. Passes it to Craig. Millsap trying to get open. The three-pointer no good. Jazz trail by 9. Here's Ingles. A quick shot there, and it's off target. Porter passes to Millsap. Conley grabs the miss.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. And there's the pass to Gobert. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%, 5 for 7. Murray surveying the D. And another miss by Denver. Jazz have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half.
Man, what a pass that was there. He really relishes making the game easier for his teammates.
That's tipped. Pass to Craig. Back to Murray. To the paint, and it's slammed in by Millsap.
You know, an area worthy of further development for Murray is keeping his teammates involved.
And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for the Utah Jazz. They trail by 7. Gobert double-teamed. Here's O'Neal. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Three-pointer. Here's Mitchell. Offline with his 3.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Guys, that's been the key to their lead. I mean, simply put, the effort they've displayed on the glass has been the difference. Yeah, you know, we've seen a much different version of him in this half, guys. He's been sharper, more focused, and more assertive.
Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the Nuggets.
Fantastic passing. We saw it in the first half, and it's carried over here in the second.
It's been a hot shooting night for them, too. I mean, they've hit a lot of those mid-range jump shots.
And that one falls for Paul Millsap.
You know, over time, Millsap has added different things to his game. And you know what I like about him most is he quietly goes about his business in a professional manner.
Boudier finds Mitchell. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
That's his first personal foul.
The Jazz have been good at the line so far, 5 of 5.
Yeah, last year, collectively, only 74% from the line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw dropped for Mitchell. Jeremy Grant, he's checked in for Denver. And Mitchell drops them both. There's 1:38 left in the third. Mitchell against Murray. Pass to Porter. And finished off by Porter.
He just jumps so fast. I mean, give Porter a chance to dunk, and he doesn't think twice about it. And the medical red flags for Michael Porter Jr. caused him to slide to the...
Oh!
Goodness. Mercy, mercy me.
And Kevin, even though they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular, and he did.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it.
I agree. I mean, now's when they need a spark the most.
Jazz trailed by 8. 46 seconds left in the third. Moutier passed to Gobert. Back to Moutier. Clock at 4. That shot off. Plumlee with some nice D. Murray against Mitchell. Murray dishes to Plumlee. Gobert with the block.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Yeah, don't give them another possession here.
Nailed from three-point land.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
And here is Murray. From deep three-point range. Well, it's been an exciting game. Plenty of offense as we head to the fourth quarter. Nuggets lead by 5. We'll get right back to the action when we return. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Boy, that's a nice asset to have. It's a huge boost to any offense too, Greg. It adds a whole nother dimension when you've got a big guy that can pass.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Monte Morris is out there with Murray. Then there's Jeremy Grant. Then there's Plumlee, and it's Daniels in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group on the floor for Denver.
And you know what? He had to clear some space for himself to get that rebound. Not an easy one there among the big boys.
Morris outside. Murray outside. From deep. Rebound collected by Clarkson. Clarkson's got 4 rebounds in this game.
One made 3 for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
Vonleh's checked in for Troy Daniels.
Noah Vonleh.
Morris against Moutier. He kicks it to Gobert. Back to Moutier. 6 to shoot. And no one near Clarkson as he lets it go. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Here's Morris. Plumlee trying to break loose. Can't connect from short range.
You know, even though they're on top in this one, you'd like him to be better out there because he's capable of being better. It sure would make things a lot easier, too.
Passes it to Murray. Now Morris. The pass to Plumlee. Back to Morris. Utah with the rebound. Gobert's got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
You know, it's really surprising that they're up at this point, given that he's struggled so mightily.
Here's Clarkson. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. Clarkson's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Jazz. Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
And you know what? We'll see what changes he makes coming out of this timeout.
Jokic has checked in for the Nuggets. Torrey Craig comes in for Grant. The Jazz also changing it up. Joe Ingles is checked in for George Niang. O'Neal comes in for Donovan Mitchell. And Mike Conley subbed in for Emmanuel Mudiay. He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Mike Malone had some words for his team during the break. He said, "This is what we play for, fellas. Let's knock them on their heels right out of the timeout. Show them how much you want it. Go get it." He really is fired up about this game.
Boy, this is bad. Tough to watch. I mean, this is really bad. He's stone cold this quarter. Like, man.
It's Conley's ability to hit the long ball that makes him such an asset. Stretches the floor and creates space.
Jokic passes to Morris. Gobert with the block, and he gets it back. Jokic, no good.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
Morris kicks to Murray. "13 feet away. Good on the shot. And the Nuggets lead by 2.
Tell you what, if Murray's on your team, you got to feel comfortable when he's working the pick and roll. His shooting, speed, and passing all make him hard to guard.
Gobert with it. Now the dish to Clarkson. Back to Gobert. Here's O'Neal. Sweet little floater. O'Neal's got the game tied up here for the Jazz.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Well, the defensive rotations, Greg, have been a step slow, and it's really helped them get that ball inside time after time.
I got yours.
Here's Craig. Good on the triple.
Boy, from the looks of it, it appears the defense is fine with him taking that shot, but he makes them pay when they do.
And the Jazz call time here. One of the stories here, Nikola Jokic getting it done today.
You know, that defense is helpless right now. I mean, he's got their number, and he knows it.
And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Nikola Jokic.
Yeah, and his percentage from the field tonight seems almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
And so it's Conley bringing up the ball for the Utah Jazz. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth quarter. And here we go. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Every team looking to get easy ones in transition.
I think one of the best ways, guys, to score in transition is that quick hitter after the first burst.
Pass to Gobert. Now O'Neal. Pass to Conley. For the three. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Murray outside. A floater, and he sinks the layup. And the Nuggets lead by 4.
Jamal Murray proving he's not afraid of the big moment. Big-time shot there.
Conley against Millsap. Again, the Jazz score.
What a shot over the bigger defender. That could prove to be a massive bucket.
Greg does not get much tougher than that. Tough defense, high-pressure situation, clutch play. I love it.
Porter passes to Jokic. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And here are the Nuggets now. Conley against Murray. Clock at 6. Millsap kicks to Craig. Puts it up. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Utah trailing here. O'Neal dishes to Ingles, and he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
Hey, guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but those could be an important 2 points considering how close this game is.
Money!
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Denver calls timeout. They trail by 2. 46 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Mitchell, he's checked in for Utah. 46 seconds left in the fourth. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
You know, it took a little time for Jokic to understand how to draw contact and get himself to the foul line, but he's figured it out now.
2 shots.
First free throw is good, and that narrows the gap to 1.
You know, one of the things I like about Jokic's game is that he's a great passer for a center, and in many ways, his game reminds me of Vlade Divac's.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
He is absolutely the guy you want at the line in that situation. It just shows you how much he loves these moments.
Here's Conley. No good on the shot. Good defense by Jokic. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. It's good!
And this is why Millsap makes the big bucks. Dependable at stepping up his game in the clutch.
And the Jazz call time here. They're trailing by 2. 26 seconds left in the game. "26 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Conley against Murray. Conley into the lane. Got it! He has tied up this game. Oh, what a shot.
Somebody's lit a fire under Mike Conley.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. Seconds left in the fourth quarter. Conley against Murray. Here's Jokic. It's off. And regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. And don't go away. We'll be back momentarily. Well, 4 quarters weren't enough to decide this ballgame. Sit back and enjoy as we move on to overtime. And it's going to be the Jazz off the tip. And away we go here with post-regulation basketball. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineup for us now in overtime. So on the floor for Denver, Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Then there's Jamal Murray. Then it's Porter. And it's Craig in at the shooting guard position.
Shooting 2.
That's good from Conley.
Boy, you look at Mike Conley. He's been around a long time, folks, double-digit years. Does a little bit of everything out there, and outstanding, not only in the locker room, but also in the community, too. Just 5-star in every way.
And so Mike Conley nails both of them. The Nuggets trail. Murray, the pass to Craig. Passes it to Millsap. On the wing, Porter. 6 on the shot clock. Fades and shoots. Add basket number 6 to his stat sheet. He's now 6 for 10.
A huge possession, and Millsap comes through. He's known as a leader, and that is how you lead by example.
In for his 7th make in 14 tries.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
Here's Murray. Jokic trying to free himself up. Murray, good. Murray's got it all tied up now for Denver.
No answer for Murray from the defense so far. Absolutely ferocious at taking it inside.
Conley against Murray. The pass to Ingles. Inside, Gobert. The shot's good on the assist by Ingles. Gobert's got the lead up to 2 now for Utah. Murray against Conley. It's stolen by Gobert. And now running up the court, Ingles pushing it up. And there's another one for the Jazz.
And he's a pure point guard with terrific vision. Conley finds open teammates at times before they realize they're open.
Here's Jokic. Off the mark with the outside fadeaway.
You know, the right thing there to try to fade away with the D all over him, but that is a difficult shot to sink.
Conley gets the bucket.
I'm impressed with Conley's scoring ability here. He's an alert guard who understands how to attack the defense.
Murray against Conley. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Michael Conley picks one up.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
Yeah, really left him no choice there, Greg. He had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
He hits the first one, and that brings them within 5.
And, you know, early on, Murray has proven to be an impressive scorer. Now he just needs to improve as a passer and defender.
And so Murray nails both of them.
And great work at the line there to chip away at the lead. A few more productive trips here, and things could really get interesting.
And there's the foul. It's on Torrey Craig. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul.
One shot.
Free throw drops for Mitchell.
Yeah, and he says thank you very much as he cashes in on the technical. Only a point, but now that lead just increased.
And it's blocked, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Conley. Denver calls timeout. They're down by 5. 40 seconds left in the first overtime. Here's Millsap. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
You just can't allow Millsap to get that kind of position. I mean, once he does have it, he's determined to score or at least get fouled.
Taking 2 shots.
Two shot.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. And he does get the second one, and that shrinks the margin to just 4.
That one miss was huge. He had a chance to turn this into a one-possession game.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Third team foul. Shooting for Utah, Michael Conley. 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. That's good, going 1 of 2 from the line, and that puts them up by 5. And it's the Nuggets with the ball.
No time to waste on this possession.
Got to go right up with it and then foul immediately.
Denver calls timeout. They're behind by 5. 29 seconds left in the first overtime. Action has been terrific. Jokic passes to Murray. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Yes! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Love how creative Murray is with the ball. Just dribbling through defenders like he's out there by himself.
And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
You know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Sure, it's not over. The clock is as much a problem for them as the score is right now, so they've got to try to manage it.
He drops the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 5-point game.
And you can wrap this one up. Great job to stay cool at the line and finish it off.
Craig can't get it to go. And so they foul intentionally.
Jamal Murray. That's his 3rd personal foul. 5th team foul. Shooting for Utah, Michael Conley. Taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that increases their lead to 6. And he is unable to get the second one. So we see the Jazz get the win here. They had to scrape and claw to push it to overtime, but they really came on in the extra period.
What a ride. I mean, I thought it might end in regulation, but you know what? They came through big and did exactly what was necessary once we got into OT.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Rudy. This is a defense-first team, and you picked it up in the second half. What changes did you make at the half?
I feel like we weren't focused in the first half defensively, and we just have to come back and communicate and just be focused, and that's what we did.
Attention to detail, Rudy. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. See you next time.